All right, I'm going to show you something really cool. And I am pretty sure what the problem is. I have two sets of groups of maple trees. Maples bleed a lot of sap in the winter. Anyways, and obviously this group I'm first going to show you, they are more stressed because of drought, but it just shows because they are not bleeding as much as the ones that do get a lot more irrigation. And I just thought it was kind of cool. So if you ever do have a set of trees that are bleeding a lot, I mean, it could possibly be because they're getting a lot of water, and I'll have to show you. And then there's another group that don't get as much water. They're planted in these like pavers, but they're not bleeding. Okay, so I just thought it was kind of cool that I noticed this. Not a lot of people would notice that. So if your maple is bleeding, it's possibly because it has a lot of irrigation. And if another one's not bleeding, that's probably a sign it doesn't have irrigation. That's my theory. So I will have to show you. All right, these are, I was going to drive up to them, but it's a little loud if I do. You see how these are not bleeding? Where's the other one? Right here. This one's bleeding just a little. And you got these four right here in these pavers. And then I'm going to drive up to the other ones. You can see them where we're going to drive. It's right there. You can see they're bleeding big time. Here are the other set of maples. There's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 passing that one with the tree wrap over there. And then I'm going to drive up to the very last one on the corner, and it doesn't have, I believe it doesn't have tree sap. And I'll show you why I think really that it's the irrigation it's just another sign. Obviously you're probably gonna tell me obviously or make some stupid comments like that. Anyways, you can see all that tree sap. So if your maple is bleeding a lot of sap, it is normal and it's a possibility. You see why I think it's the irrigation? It's planted on a grass area where it gets plenty of irrigation. I just thought it was kind of cool to notice that. All right, this is the very corner tree, okay? This is the very corner tree. It doesn't have sap on this side. And on this side, on the north side, it has sap. When I saw it from this side, I thought it was just because it's getting less irrigation here. It's a little more stress. And then you can see the north side gets a lot more water flow. And that's why we got the sap. So that's a sign of it moving more minerals on the north side. And I've done tree injections, so I could tell when they're moving fluids through the tree. All right, so yeah, that last tree, like I said, I've done tree injections. I've drilled into trees and I've had to inject like systemic insecticides, and I could tell when they're moving more of the sap up a tree's canopy. So sometimes you'll get more on the canopy dying on a side that's getting less movement. They're moving less sugars and water. So that, I guess that's one way to troubleshoot if you pay attention to that kind of stuff. I don't know if it'll help you out. I just thought it was kind of cool. I get into really like paying attention to this stuff, and when you're an arborist, you have to really, pay attention to all these little details and keep a record. Anyways, I'm out.